Go D's. If you're ever in doubt, just go D's.
That's exactly right.
Is Rue about to go crazy in 2025? He certainly had a pre-season that would, you would think that he's going to continue to improve. He's had a fantastic time. Troy Chaplin's really tried to simplify his focuses that sits within our system of playing forward of the ball, and you can see that he's really embraced that. And I think if anyone saw the trial game against North Melbourne, you can see Rue's really improving in his game. So we're looking forward to big things out of Big Rue. Brock's asked, who's the most promising rookie in your opinion? That's a tough question, Brock. Look, you know, certainly the two guys in the high draft picks that we drafted in Xavier Lindsay and Harvey Langford look like they're ready to play some AFL footy throughout this season. They're both clearly highly talented, but Aiden Johnson's come in and done a fantastic job as well in terms of his development and growth. Liv's asked, what's the one thing that you'll be doing differently this year? Liv, there isn't one thing. There's multiple things that we're going to be doing differently, from how we look at our program internally, from how we play, and hopefully the supporters will see when we play that they'll see subtle things in our game in all phases of the game that are a little bit different, and we're really hard to play against. Bailey Fritsch has written in a tweet, interesting. Fritter, who's the best table tennis player out of you, Christian Salem and myself? Well, Fritter, as we sit here, the rankings are Goodwin 1, Salem 2, Fritsch 3. So it's fair to say that in the current standings, I'm the best player at the club because we're the only ones playing. So I look forward to the challenge coming back. And Christian Salem's asked, why do they call you Sleepy? Well, that's pretty simple, Salo. You call me Sleepy based on the fact that you think that I melt under pressure. The reason that that's the case is that you two are called biscuits and donuts. Holes in your game and you crumble under pressure. So look, we've got nicknames for everyone. I'm Slurpy for a reason, but I'll embrace it. I'm pretty vulnerable with it, but I'm set at number one for a reason. Joel, best player you've ever played with and best player you ever played against. Best player I ever played with is two, and they're different, Mark Rasciuto and Andrew McLeod. Andrew McLeod's super smooth, played unbelievable in big games, and Mark Rasciuto was just a bull, could play forward to centre and in the midfield and have massive impact in games, and clearly the two best players. And best you ever played against, such a tough question, but Nathan Buckley was a real challenge to play against. Just his ability to use the ball, find the ball and have impact in the game, he was a really tough player to play against. Who's going to play full forward, Lee's asked. I think we spoke about him earlier, Lee. Jacob Van Rooyen, clearly going to play there for a big part of the year, as is Daniel Turner and Matthew Jefferson. Those three guys are going to share a pretty big load in playing in that part of the ground for us. So we're really excited about our youth. We think they're going to have a wonderful impact for us, and they've all developed at different rates, and all three are ready to go. Matthew, what was it like being involved in the Indigenous All-Stars game? Incredible experience, and so grateful to be involved in it. And being involved was special for a number of reasons. Firstly, it was about Cozzy and Maisie and Ricky Menther. To be away with them and to see the smiles and the connection that they had on their face and how proud they were to be a part of it was something really special to be involved with. And secondly, just to see them all come together and unite as one, in the passion that they have for their communities and the game, and how they wanted to showcase it in their own special way was such a great privilege to be a part of, and obviously working with different staff from different clubs to get to know more people in the industry, to understand their role and to share the experience with them was also an invaluable experience. So loved being a part of it, was so proud of our footy club and how many people that we had that were involved in it, and certainly something I'd love to continue to do. Joe, what are you hoping for most in 2025? Joe, this one's really simple for me. It's about making sure our players love the game, they have fun, they enjoy themselves, they smile, and ultimately, they reach their full potential. And I'd love to see that with every player, and obviously it's coming together as a team. So that's the biggest thing I'm looking for the players in 2025, is to see that joy that they have for the game, and I'm sure if they're having fun and enjoying themselves, our supporters are going to be smiling a lot as well. Brock has asked, how good does Clary look? He looks pretty amazing, and we're pretty proud of Clary. He's obviously spent a lot of time working on himself as a person, but this whole summer's been about not only that, but working really hard to have a full pre-season and get his footy going as best we can. And he looks in amazing physical condition. He's done a power of work. He's done 100% of pre-season. And now it's about transforming that to performing on field. But you can see bit by bit he's working his way back into some really good form, and he's got one focus, and that's to be a great teammate, and we're seeing that right across the board with him, so it's brilliant to see. Samson has asked, are you looking at giving Cozzy more midfield minutes? We certainly are. We want to share the load more in the midfield, and Cozzy spent the whole pre-season training in the midfield, so I think everyone in our playing group has seen how dynamic he is and what he's been able to work on, but he's really embraced learning the role of playing within the midfield for longer periods of time. So yeah, he's definitely going to spend more time through that, and he could be someone that has a huge impact in the game. We'd love a few Cozzys to be able to put him in the midfield, but also have him down forward where he's going to impact the scoreboard. But we're going to have some options with him, which is great. Mick's asked, are you coaching from the box or the bench this year? Mick, that's a great question and something I've reflected on a lot. I'm going to be doing a bit of both this year. There'll be times when I'm up in the box, working with the coaches really closely, and there'll be times when I'm down at ground level, really engaging with the players. So I'm going to feel for what the game needs at certain times, and certainly have an open mind to doing both. Charlotte's asked, how is it working with Nathan Bassett again after playing with one another before? It's actually really good. Nathan and I had a lot of mutual respect when we were playing. We were both in the leadership group together, and Bass has gone on a different direction with his coaching and has had a fine career with Port Adelaide and taken them to a lot of success, and I've seen him grow his coaching, and we've really enjoyed coming back together and working together. He sees the game a little bit differently, he has great ideas, he's curious and wants to get better, and he builds great relationships with his players, and he's bringing a lot to the table from a coaching perspective and a method perspective, and we're blessed to have him. I'm really enjoying working with him. Thanks for all your questions, fans. Can't wait to see you in round one, and looking forward to getting a full house at the MCG as often as we can this year. Go D's.
Want to see more from the D's? And don't forget to subscribe up here.